Hey, what's up, everybody? So here is all my earnings that I've made from DoorDash. I still don't know how much this is going to affect me on my taxes, but I'll find out very soon because taxes are going to be due, very shortly. But as you can see, I haven't done too much lately. I started on the 24th of December, and what I started looking at now, one of my biggest complaints, so far is that why are we still getting penalized for the acceptance rating when it's not, profitable for the DoorDash drivers? I don't think we should get penalized for, not taking every single order, because sometimes you're looking at, how much you're going to make, and you're just like, hey, that's just not worth it. And also, two, is your comfort zone. If you've delivered in a certain area, it's really easy for you to navigate, figure out where parking is, and all that good stuff. And then for the more experienced people that live in that area, it makes more sense for them to do the deliveries. But I see a lot of deliveries pop up that I don't actually decline. I let the timer run out. But I still see my acceptance rating go down, and I'm going to go to that in a minute. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, hopefully it's back to recording. So here is my, my average customer rating, my acceptance rate, and then completion rate. Now, you can see that my completion rate is 100%. And this on earlier on time, I don't think that's accurate, because I think I believe I've made it to all my places actually on time or before the time, but I'm not too concerned about that. But that 25% acceptance rate does bother me, because like I said, there's a lot of orders that pop up and it's not profitable for me. And when you go in here to under average customer rating, it's going to say not too shabby. Customer rating of most recent 100 customer ratings you received. Customers give higher ratings to dashers that check for missing and incorrect items, that are polite and communicate when things go wrong. Now, communicate when things go wrong. That does not always happen all the time, on the DoorDasher's part. I've had it happen to me at least 4 times where I am unable to get to the customer. Fortunately, the last call I did have, it was located inside a gated community, and customer service actually contacted the customer, and the customer contacted me. But here was the other problem with that, is when the customer contacted me, I could not hardly understand what he was saying. Finally, I made out that he changed his number. And, sometimes it sounds like people are drunk, and then you see them and they're just like young, awkward kids that just aren't, I guess, not used to communicating with people. And that's just really weird. But that happens a number of times. And I don't know how to get past that. I know if they text me and whatever, I could understand. But it's like a lot of people really don't they don't talk. It's really weird. If you're a DoorDash driver, you will definitely experience it. If you can, share your videos. I know a lot of people don't want to, but a lot of people don't want to badmouth customers or share the real experience, but you have to in order to make this platform better. My acceptance rate, 25%. Rate is the number of orders you accepted in the last 100 delivery opportunities, consistently accepting deliveries to raise your acceptance rate. Okay, but that acceptance rate, you're taking a hit when these orders are really not in that immediate area for you to get to in an amount of time. And see, also too is if you want to satisfy the customer and you want deliveries on time, it is better if you have a driver that is skilled in that area, not just a driver that is following GPS, because GPS has definitely led me astray plenty of times, and it's not accurate. And then you're going to end up taking the hit in the end, if you did not make it to your order on time, or, you're flustered or whatever. So, also I heard, someone say this, but with this job, I recommend, what I do is I do short shifts. But when doing really short shifts means you're not going to make that much money, because, and here's the thing, I don't know what people are talking about. I don't think people are being totally upfront with this, but sometimes it's taking you about at least in half an hour to do one delivery. So regardless if they say, oh, I just worked 3 hours or whatever, well, you're only doing about 3 deliveries. Sometimes when you are in your immediate area, depending on where you live at, and I'm just discussing from where I live at, I'm gonna show you the map in a minute. Okay, here's the area that I'm working in. Okay, now when you see that up at okay, if I live up in if I live close to Manitou, it's not a problem with me doing those orders. If I'm living up near the Air Force Academy, it's not a problem me doing those deliveries. But when you're not in those areas and getting pulled to those areas, you're just like, man, that's not worth it. Okay, now when you are driving in some of these areas have been pelted with hail. Addresses are removed, different stuff. It's really costs you a lot of time in order to complete these deliveries. So you can't really do quick turnaround deliveries in some of these areas. Now in the neighborhoods, down in this, down this area down here and stuff. Oh, well, not in this. See, look at all this. I'm not going to any of those areas. But when I'm in my local neighborhood doing deliveries, it's very feasible to, turn around and do multiple orders. But people that are saying, sometimes you're not doing you're only doing one delivery per hour. And if that's one delivery per hour, even if I made, in that hour, I made the high, I've seen high, high is 906. So I'm making 906, and then I'm off or I'm doing whatever. So these people that are doing these quick turnarounds, I mean, depending on which area it is feasible, but not where I live at, where you have to cover a lot of distance, where you got to go through traffic. It's just, people are not being really upfront with that.